Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Live, the best show on the internet. I know the show has no description right now because it's an absolute mystery. No, we know what we're talking about, but you don't know what we're talking about yet. I'm your host tonight. I am Molly from Visibility Hacking Studios, and tonight we have as our co-host for our starting part of our show, at least the one and only, the Video Jedi himself. Lefty, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic. I'm very happy. I was able to barter some services, which was awesome, and
Ooh.
I'm excited to put a YouTube video out about it.
Fantastic. We love documenting the journey. That is for sure.
It's all about the journey.
It's all about the journey. It's all about the journey. It's
Nobody cares
all
about the
about the journey.
destination.
It's not nearly as important as people make it out to be.
Yeah.
But you know what is better than the destination? The
Talk
one
to
and
me.
only Mr. John Dargy. Don Jargy is what I almost called
on
you.
Gargi.
I can live with that.
I like it. Don Jargi.
Don Jargy.
Just some like Italian mafioso, like I'll make your
That's his alter ego.
He's like petting a cat.
John, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. How's by you?
I'm all right. How am I looking tonight, by the way? Does my
It's
camera
good.
look a little bit different?
I have to look. You're on my tiny little monitor. I got to bring you to another monitor so I can see your bright smiling face.
Here, we'll do this. How do I look?
Look good. What's different? Is this
Legitimate question, because this is the R7. This is the fancy new camera.
There could potentially be just like quality interruptions due to streaming. So,
well, the whole point of this camera is for streaming.
Well, you definitely look more like a lot crisper and clearer. That's for sure.
Yeah. I can see like little baby hairs that I couldn't see before.
Yeah. No, the resolution is there. That's what I'm just trying
to. Your glasses are definitely like spot on. They're always spot on, but the glasses really stand out.
You won't be able to do your trick no more because your glasses. You can definitely tell the glasses that's there. You ain't gonna see that no more. No more tricky tricks. I think the chroma is actually like. I think the chroma is like in certain spots, like you can see it kind of coming in and out, which I think is messing with some things.
Okay, so here, let's just bam.
All right, go big again though. Make yourself.
Gladly. Hi, my name is Molly. I bought a really fancy camera, and now we're seeing if it's worth it. Who knows? I'm in the middle of shooting a YouTube video documenting the journey about this camera upgrade. And yeah,
the headphone detail is pretty impressive.
Also got new headphones.
She's all over it. So is that your same mic? It is your same mic with a different microphone. With a different headphone.
It's just just the headphones are different. Don't waste your money on these people. Not worth it. 100% not worth it. Want to know why? Watch my YouTube video about it coming out soon.
Will do.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think what we want to. I think we want to get. Here's what I think. You need a hair light or something. Like you're some reason you still you're the details there, but you still seem flat to me.
I know, right?
Am I being like I'm not trying to be critical. I'm not. I'm just saying like that's what I see.
But that's how I feel as well. And maybe I'm going to play around and look at the color settings. Because there is so much adjustments that you can do within the camera, people. So maybe I might play around with that, try and bump some contrast up.
Definitely.
Because I'm feeling flat and I feel green right now. I feel very green.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's in Lefty's right. I mean, you're obviously upstreaming, uploading, and a certain amount gets lost there no matter what. But I think it's lighting. I think there's like I think your hair, like just like you just. It's like you
I
have
think-
My hair disappears into
It's like
me.
you have a hood on, right? You have like you have like a hood, like your like little Black Riding Hood, like that. Yeah. Oh man. Please. This is how I always get beat up by my wife, because I'm like always like, this is what I really think, and then like she's like, shut the fuck up.
Well, I mean, I'm only operating on a key light right now. I don't have any hair lights or anything like that.
Because I have a light over on this side that's lighting up this side of the green screen, as exemplified by those shadows. And then I have a ring light that's exemplified by the ring light reflection I have there. But it's blah.
I
Blah.
think what it is your light just like white? Because that could be an issue too. Like, I think you have to change the temperature of your lighting and make them warmer. and then you'll
That'll help a little bit. That'll help a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
maybe not. Yeah, maybe not sun yellow, but like like you got to play around with it.
Is it like can you do like 4,000?
It's a little dial.
Okay.
So that's like halfway.
Yeah, that's. What do you think, man?
Yeah, like, I mean, minus the green. If you change the background, I could probably see better. But you definitely put some light back into you a little more.
We'll see. I need lighting like Jim. Check this out. How are you doing, sir?
Dramatic.
I go for drama. We gotta drop a light like this, but like, this is dark. Everything's dark.
But you look good.
Your Godfather. Your Godfather.
That's Don Jargy.
We could go
Don Dargy? Oh, it's so much
Don
fun.
Jargy.
No, it's Don Jargy.
Don Dargy.
You're Don.
I love that more than I can express in mere words.
Shall not refuse. Shall not refuse.
I'll build you a studio you can't refuse.
There we go. Now we're on to the good stuff.
Molly, are you in photo mode at all, or are you just like?
No, I am in video mode. You guys,
It just you just
there.
don't seem as crispy. You just don't seem like even
I
like
know,
there's
right?
something going on where you just don't seem. Okay, what are you streaming? What are you doing? What is going on? Talk to me.
So I have the R7 hooked up with clean HDMI out that goes out through to my ATEM Mini Extreme ISO, and then that goes out through my monitor just so I can wave at myself every once in a while. But it also, that ATEM hooks directly into my computer via USB-C, and that is my connection to my camera output in StreamYard.
This is made for it.
And usually I would go ATEM
intense.
to OBS, and then OBS would be my virtual cam into StreamYard. But today I'm just going straight into the StreamYard from the ATEM.
Something is off.
Yeah.
Something is askew.
Yeah, and I've done all the adjusting in the camera from what was suggested for setting it up for live streaming. So yeah.
Can you do this? Can you? You said you're going directly into the ATEM. Can you? Do you have a card in it right now?
No,
Yeah.
but I could.
Throw your little SD in there.
I also have room for 2 SDs, just putting it out there. I've never had a camera with 2 SD slots.
I know that's pretty awesome, by the way.
It's so cool.
I have SD envy.
Unless you're like me, and then you have this one, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and buy the tough card. That's only $400. I don't need 2 of those. Why not? But you can shoot all eye at 120 frames a second, which is pretty badass.
I just want my live streaming to look better.
I know, and that's what we're gonna do. Something's wrong. I don't know what it is. I think it's like you just. There's something. That's why I want you to record it. Tell me what your ATEM, like do your little recording inside the ATEM and tell me if you see a difference
Oh,
between
in the ATEM. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, I've never recorded in the ATEM.
I would like for you to do this. I'd like you to try.
That
Just
requires me to get a proper memory card for it, but I
And
will.
then you're gonna owe him a favor.
No, well, I would like for you to try.
On this day of my daughter's 16th birthday, money.
That's amazing.
There's a method to my madness, Miss Molly. I am curious to see if it's your upload speed or something from the camera to the ATEM. So if we can record and see, like, all right, this is the image we're getting at the wheels, as we like to say in Detroit, or
They don't
what's
say
happening.
They don't say that.
What happened, man? You say-
Youth these days.
The Utes.
Yo, what are you trying to do? Come here and use Toronto slang?
Understand?
Yo, you're gonna get some waste, man, yo.
They have no respect. They have no respect. No respect. No respect.
John, I think what we did in this episode, like not trying to, but it just happened organically, and we love organic. I think we just branded you, dude. I think we
so.
just came up with a persona that you can very well brand.
I think we just created the first spin-off in the multiverse.
There it is, right? Yeah, why not?
You're the dog
Yeah.
father.
It's the good Loki. It's the bad
Don
Loki.
Georgie.
The good Darge. The bad Darge. He's the bad guy.
He said the Darge. Oh, we've gone off the rails officially. It's
Bro,
officially
we
official.
just came up with our next content idea. Like, you have no idea. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I just have it in my head now. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
But
All
hey,
right, so
Jim,
let's talk about
this is
planning.
the perfect. Yeah, I was going to say this is the perfect segue. This is a perfect example for what happens when you don't plan.
Don't
So
plan.
let's spend the rest of today's episode talking about what happens when you do plan, because
Well, first off,
everything-
flash those
everything is
nails.
different.
What is happening here? Put those up to the camera. Those are intense.
Those are pretty.
Oh wow.
What is
Wow.
happening?
Oh, those are pretty gangster, actually.
Those are intense.
Honestly, you guys, you want the inside scoop? Well, I did my nails
like
black
under a
for
minute, sure.
Halloween. Did my nails black for Halloween, but then they started growing out, so I covered them in gold and then recorded a bunch of videos. Didn't want all my videos for the month to have the exact same nails, so I painted the other half like this fancy crackle stuff, and I was going to get a manicure today. I actually decided to make a game out of the latest American election, so I decided if the House was going to go blue versus red, that would determine the color scheme for my nails. If the Senate goes blue or red, that'll determine the pattern. And then if Herschel Walker makes it, I'm going to cover it in rhinestones and move to Canada. Oh, wait, I'm already there.
Wait a second.
So
You did do that.
when I go
Wait a
do my
second.
nails, they were totally determined by the election. So thank you, people of America, for putting your opinion in.
We salute you.
Was that a
All
minute?
right. I think that was pretty close. That was actually pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'm working on it. I've been making
Yeah.
a lot of short form content.
Bravo.
I'm learning how to talk
Yeah.
quickly.
Bravo. So
right,
when we
so
talk
tonight
about
I wanted-
planning,
Yeah.
what are we referring to? What are we planning? Are we planning a
Oh, ho,
rose
ho.
garden? Are we planning
You
a
could.
business?
You can plan anything, but if you
Are
don't
we
plan,
planning-
you're
Don
It-
Darty?
that was totally not planned. That one, not planned.
That was just a
That was good.
mistake.
So the reason I wanted to talk about planning is because, as you guys all know, we like to talk about doing the year of content planning.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, oh, look at the calendar. It's time for us to do the year of content planning for the visibility hackers. And I'm like, oh man, let's get it on. So Jim and I sit down and we bash our heads together and we come out with our really awesome plan, which of course, I'll give you guys the behind the scenes story. We usually teach you guys to come up with 4 pillars. Well, Jim and I are a little bit extra. So of course we came up with 5 pillars, which actually evolved into 5.5 pillars. That half is yet to be discussed. Don't worry, Jim, we'll talk about it later. And so we started to put the plan together, and there's like headlines for all of this stuff, and there's talking points, and then you put it on the calendar and you're like, okay, well, I got this plan, but now what? Like, how do I go from this this structure, this idea, this list of topics I should talk about, and how do I put that into a plan? And then also, Jim and I, we're sitting at Funnel Hacking Live. It's like crazy busy, crazy loud. We're actually at this point, we are sitting on the floor. I think it was that crazy, that hectic. We're like hiding from the fire department. We're hiding from the ClickFunnels staff. We're trying to be all like incognito and like hanging out on the wall. And Russell Brunson and Steve Larson come out and they're like crazy. Like the crowd goes wild. It goes nuts. And man, they're telling us about this idea of dramatic demonstrations, which Jim and I will talk to you about later down the road. But it was this crazy energy. So I'm like, okay, clearly I'm going to pay attention to what Steve Larson and Russell Brunson have to tell me. We'll tell you about the dramatic demonstrations later. But one of the things they're like, okay, you got to plan. You got to plan it out. I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, Russell tells you, you do whatever Russell tells you. So he tells you to publish every day. You publish every day. It changes your business. We know this. You focus on building your email list. We know this will change your business totally. So now he's telling me to plan. I'm like Steve Larson, where I'm like, I'll do everything Russell says except that. No. I actually was sitting there and I ordered myself a giant 2023 calendar. It's like half as tall as I am, and I can do it landscape, I can do a portrait, but I got it. And I bought fancy Sharpie markers in all different colors. I have no excuses. So I'm like, okay.
Ones?
No, but I did buy metallic and glitter highlighters because I needed that distraction. And I bought metallic markers for the black Bristol board I got to track statistics because, if you're going to plan, you might as well plan it all. So, my superstar strength, pardon?
So you're just going to look like a mad scientist. I'm going to see Molly in her office. Just this.
Yeah. It's like Beautiful Mind. She's got glass up everywhere, and she's just like,
yeah.
I'm glad no one's asked me about whether or not how many colored strings and push pins I bought for my crazy connection map.
Conspiracy theorists?
I haven't reached that level yet, but we're close. So planning. I'm looking at this beautiful new calendar, right? And all these great markers. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to commit. I'm going to write these down in Sharpie marker. All right. So before I do that, I'm going to do 27 different drafts clearly. So I print out all these calendars and I'm planning things out. And as I do, I realize, whoa, if I take the structure that we came up with the year of content plan, and then I input that into the structure that we use to launch our shows and how we announce our shows and how we communicate our shows. And then I multiply that for all of the different shows we do each week. And then I can also now plan ahead because I know what themes we're going to talk about every week. And those kind of cluster together. So I can actually create resources that fit for a whole month of content. Wait, I can overlay launches for those and so on and so forth. It's actually really easy to plan an entire year of not just content, but launches and everything. It all kind of makes sense. And it's very neat because I have devoted myself to becoming the beautiful mind of planning.
Did you say lunch?
What is happening tonight? I love it.
No, she throws down. No, man. Anybody doesn't know.
Man.
You don't know. You don't know. You have to know. I'm telling you right now. She knows.
I feel like this is like when they did the old commercials. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. It was like the egg. That's what I feel like I'm at tonight. I feel like I'm the egg.
You know what?
Would you, are you in the frying pan?
Yeah. You know how they do movies from other perspectives, like from the villain's perspective? I want to hear that story from the egg's perspective.
Oh my god! The only thing you can't say, even though
It's a
it'd
horror
be
film.
very brandable, is you can't say this is your brain on Molly.
Sorry, Molly, they already took it. Yeah,
Sorry.
they gotta. There's speed. I tell you, done is better than perfect.
Funny story though, coming back to content.
Yeah.
I took a piece of micro content, took a little clip out of an interview that Don Jargi and I did on my channel. I can't. I'm sorry.
What you talking about? Forget about it.
So I took a little clip and I made it into a short, and we posted it on our YouTube and we posted it on our Instagram. Instagram isn't our friend right now, so YouTube.
Tell me about it.
Here's what happened. That little clip, I titled it "This is your brain on sound," and it got like 2,500 views in like an hour, like
Dang,
something
look
like
at
that. It's my best performing video to date.
People love those old commercials.
Yeah.
Over here, yo.
Yeah. Half a friend. Yeah.
That.
There you go.
Yeah.
That looked wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize to the audience. That looked inappropriate. Sorry to everybody involved.
That's so creative.
Yeah.
Though.
I tried-
This is your brain on. This is your brain on
Yeah.
sound. So creative. I love you so much for your creativity and your like endless ability to plan creativity.
Quick shout out to Dustin Balcoma watching, James Johnson, and the ever amazing Steph Shinaberry. What is going on, everybody watching?
What up?
My
Welcome,
favorite
welcome, welcome.
people.
So I would love to hear from each of you guys. How are you planning right now? Are you not planning? Are you planning? What are you guys following right now to where it keeps you on track? And I know in particular, because I've seen the inner workings of the Don, that this man, in all seriousness, this man pulls off so many things in a day. It is intense how much he can pull off in a day. So I'm really interested to hear how you keep yourself in check. And Lefty, I know you're balancing a lot of stuff all the time, different projects. Sometimes you'll do like a wedding. You'll also have a VSL. You'll also have short form content. You also have an absolutely incredible wife who I'm sure likes to see you sometimes,
Sometimes.
maybe once a week or so.
So you say.
The 2 hours that we watch Love Is Blind before we go to bed.
There you go. There you go. But so I'd love to hear how you plan, how you keep yourself on track, and if you don't, what do you feel like that's costing you?
Do you want me to go first, or do you want John to go first?
Let's go with the Don.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There it is. So be it. Fine. Let's see. So Jim's right. We work, like the daytime is game on, man. Like get it on, get stuff done. GSD, get shit done. That's how I roll. So by nature, it's how it is. How much goes there can really depend on how much I have left at the end of the day.
Sure.
And that's where it gets really tricky. And actually, to be totally frank, that's where it's hard. And so I think what I do is I sort of set and this is what, and actually Jim's been living this, like I set a weekly goal. I say, okay, within this week, I can't control what I'm going to do Monday night. I can't control what I'm going to do Tuesday night. I can't control when a kid comes down and says, I had this concert I didn't know about, or whatever happens, because it happens all the time. Yep. I'll say, okay, by the end of this general time frame, I'm looking to achieve X, Y, and Z. And so it isn't the most like proficient, fast, that isn't the best way to do that. I can do more, trust me. But in terms of what I'm trying to achieve in the after hours, it's very important to have that flexibility. And so I'll say 2 weeks ago was like, I will help, we're going to get 2,000 views doing your audio on, or was it your brain on audio videos with Molly. And so that week, that was the priority. Working with her, making sure I talked to her, make sure we did, that. Week after that was a demonstration video that's been percolating in my mind for who knows how long. For this is the basics, right? You get a laptop. You want the very best that I think you can do. It's this. Here's the general framework. I could do so much better. I had this vision of like the Godfather with dark lighting and all this. I was like, at the end of the week, I was like, I gotta get this done. So I got it done. And so what I do is I set this general framework of I want this by this time frame, this by this time frame. Give myself a little flexibility for the unexpected, and then do my very best to hit it. And I look, ironically, if you look at my IPEC goals from my springtime conversation that we did with our friends here, great course, by the way, right on track. The affiliate's on track, the meeting's on track, the people on track. And I said, but here's what the difference was. I already knew back then that I wasn't gonna make I could achieve all this stuff in 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks. I was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. Let me look at it a bigger time frame. By this date, I'll be doing this. By this date, I'll be doing that. And roughly on track. I mean, there's still awesome opportunities, but I think you set realistic timeframes, realistic expectations, and you just work like hell to get it done.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
Lefty.
Sean, we and I have been
At least half of Lefty's day is just beard care.
Yes, absolutely. I have to wet it. I have to blow dry it. I have to put the rollers in so it stays nice. Gotta lather it up. Go like
All
this.
the product.
I have to do one of these so it
Oh my god! I got to show you this thing. Continue on. I got to show you this thing. Yeah.
Continue on
Cool.
with describing your beard care. Keep going.
Oh,
Okay,
oh,
so then
okay.
we have the soft brush,
Yes.
and then we make sure that we braid it, and you put the silk sack on it at night
Well, the
so
hard
it doesn't
brush
get
comes
frizzy.
First, the hard brush comes
Oh.
first. That way, we can get out all the kinks and any kinks that we have.
Right, the
And
deep
then-
brushing.
Exactly. Then we get the oils. We put all the
Yes.
oils in there, and then we soft brush it.
Okay, so we push the oils in with the soft
We're still
brush.
talking about the beard.
Correct.
Right. Yeah,
And
of
then, I
course.
can just
we-
do one of these and then go. Oh, it smells fantastic.
Yes.
So I won't
yes.
show you the name of the company because rude. But
In a world of influencers, I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell you the name.
they
of
don't
this
deserve
company.
it. To be honest with you, this is hot garbage. But
Oh, I want this story. Tell me more.
yeah. So there was a potential customer who I'm not working with.
I love
And,
these stories.
Yeah, I'm not working with them. They can. Well, anyway. So yeah, we'll refrain from that. So they needed a video for their beard care company, and they're like, "We have high-end, really intensely amazing beard products, right?" So I go, "Okay, well, explain it to me." And they go, "Well, we'll just send it to you." And they go, "It's not that expensive to start with." And I was like, "Oh, really? Like, this is like high-end beard care, right? So, you guys don't have to send it to me. I feel bad that you're sending it, to me." And they go, "Don't worry about it. Don't concern yourself with it. Just when you get it, make us some gorgeous videos, and we'll be happy."
Mm-hmm. What the fuck is that?
What is that?
Is that like a
Here's a
sex
different
thing?
one. Here's a
I
different
think it's
one.
like a stencil.
Oh my god, is that a trimmer?
It's a trimmer
It's
for
It's a
your beard.
Halloween gag.
So you can
Yeah, it's a
line up.
trimmer. And then there's
No,
this stupid
it's a
thing.
prosthetic for
It's a
Halloween.
stencil. It's a stencil. You go around it.
No,
And then
it's a
it's
they got this thing.
It's a bowl cut for your face. It's a bowl cut for your face. Confess. Confess.
So,
And then they got
yeah.
there's a sharpening pen. It's a mascara pen, so you can darken it.
I can actually use that part.
And this
You
shit's
can fill in your
hilarious.
bald spots.
You just. I told him I'm not doing the video. This is stupid.
Who the
What? How do you
It's
make a
like-
video on that?
That's like
The whole thing, the whole pile of stuff they sent. I think they spent more on bags than
That's
they
like-
did on the product.
that's like Diet Lecter right there is
And-
what that
and
is.
they
That's
said that this is
Diet
a high-end
Hannibal
product.
Lecter is what that
This is a high-end product. They sell this for over $100.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow, F-bombs are flowing tonight.
No, hold on, guys. Hold on a second. Hold on a
You
second.
can see with the black. It's one of the reasons I
Whoa.
keep the black background. You can see what I've got here.
Wait.
You got to
wait.
do the
That-
beauty, the beauty.
Oh, is that what it
thing.
is?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get that macro. Oh, look at that trash. Oh my
Guys.
god.
Like, I can.
Yo,
Does
Lefty,
that really
can you
work?
like
It does kind of
you
work, doesn't it? No
fix
wonder they do
your-
that.
yeah. Can you like use that spoolie for something? Does that like is that somewhere in this after soft brushing?
First
Is
of
the
all,
spoolie
first of all,
beard
I have-
shaping pen?
It's mascara.
I have
It's mascara.
my lovely. This is all I need. Okay.
And then there's this thing, which I'm going to cover up
That
the
was a
logo.
switchblade, Lefty.
This is like kind of a brush, but kind of like
No,
not
isn't
at
that like
all.
trimmer shape for your jawline?
This
No,
thing's
but-
ridiculous.
But isn't the shape of that thing supposed to be for your like your? This?
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
so
it
this
is a
is like
shaper.
this
Yes,
is
yeah.
that deal, and then you kind of
Okay, guys.
there you
If
go.
you're spending $100 plus on this product, just go to your barber for $30 bi-weekly. You could probably even go to your barber for $30 once a week, and you're still going to spend less than you would on that piece of plastic.
Support your local barber.
And support your local barber. Yes, exactly.
We need the TikTok guy to come up here and show them how to really do it. Like,
Oh man, you know what I was gonna do before? Because they were like, it's beard shaping tools. They're really high end, and I was like, do you guys like humor? I love humor. Do you guys enjoy humor? So I was gonna get a bunch of teddy bears, and I was gonna use these products on the teddy bears to shape the teddy bear beard. So I was gonna have all these teddy bears looking like really like bougie beards and stuff. And that was going to be the ad. And I thought I was like, it's going to kill. This ad's going to kill.
Teddy beards.
Teddy beards.
Teddy beards. I like that.
Yeah. And that was going to be the ad campaign. Was
Why are
teddy
you so
beards.
good at this? Why are you so good at this all the time?
But the thing is, it's such a piece of trash. One of them already broke, and I just took it out of the bag and it broke. It is trash.
Can you like film him some honest videos and send them to him?
Some what?
Some honest videos, like
Some honest videos? Yeah.
as doing an unboxing. Actually, it's an unbagging. Look at this really expensive bag, and it's cracked. Yeah.
But I was like, listen, this is not a good product. Okay, I already took it out and it broke. And I was like, listen, if you want me to send it back, it's fine, but I'm just not interested in doing the video. I don't believe in the product. And they go, don't worry about it, keep it. It only costs us about $1 or something like that to make them, like $1.30 or something. When I say they spent more on the bags than the product, I'm pretty sure I'm right on with that.
So
Sounds
they
about
told
right.
you it's a high-end product, and then practically in the same sentence, they said it only costs them $1.
Yeah. It was like $1 or $2.
If your product costs you $1, you are not allowed to call it high end. Like Barbie shoes at $1, not high end. Like nothing at $1 is high end. Just putting it out there.
Oh my god.
Nothing. I honestly thought that was like a prosthetic for Halloween to make you look like a dummy, like the ventriloquist dummies.
Yeah.
I think you are right
wow.
about this, though. I think it's meant to be like a guide.
I think it's like the
No, it is a guide. It is a guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
You're right on that.
if you can't do a goatee by yourself, then I don't trust that
right.
you're going to
I
shape
gotta,
the
I
size.
gotta cover the
too well.
logo. Got to be respectful, but yeah, that would.
Can
that
you
would
like
make sense.
one day like just duct tape up
Yeah.
those logos and give us a good demonstration?
Heck yeah, he could. He absolutely has to now. He has no choice.
I would never use that.
Do it.
I
Do
feel
a
like
series
this
of
is like
The
content.
funniest part was they sent it to me, and I was like, "Hey, and by the way, I'm shaving my beard for Halloween." So for those of you guys that watch the show, I'm sure you guys know I usually have it's not like a lefty beard, but it's not like a baby beard. It's like somewhere in between. And so
My
I was
beard
like,
gave
I'm
birth to
shaving it in the
beard.
next week, and they're like, don't worry about it. We don't need you in the video. I'm like,
He's
"All right,
quite
cool."
literally Jim Beard. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
He came in.
He
I saw
earned
him the
that
first day
name.
after Halloween. I was like, "Who are you? I don't recognize you. Who are you?" I was like what are you doing?
You did that, and you just look like the sand people from Star Wars.
Oh, there you
It
go.
looked like
There
a-
you go.
It was
Cross
like
around
Oh,
the
there's
damn
Leia
headphones.
right there.
It was like all those toddler videos when Dad shaves his beard, and it's like, "Who are you?" That's what.
Oh,
that
wait. Aaron says if you ever sported a mustache or goatee for a while, it's hard to keep the exact same shape from shave to shave. So Aaron, are you seeing the value in this then? Is this not just like absurdly hilarious to you? This is like actually like a decent product? And I'm being serious because if it is, props to you. I'm just not the right audience. That's fine.
I see them as the same as those, like in the beauty industry, they have eyebrow ones.
Yes.
Like they're never the same. They're never the same.
No.
What's up, James?
Hey.
Welcome. Shout out to Kaya watching, by the way.
Is this episode just going to be called like?
Aaron says I can see how it would help. Okay, so I'm just not the right avatar.
Aaron, how you doing?
Cool.
Good. Yourself? Thanks for the bus. Yeah, no
It's
problem.
Friday. It's the Friday night den, right? The Dragon's Den. Is that
The Dragon's
Yeah.
Den.
Who wants to put an offer for this? Who wants to take 10%?
Yeah, dude, Aaron.
So
Usually it runs for about $110,
we got
Aaron.
one more person to go around.
But for you,
And then we can start.
for you, my
Still
friend,
on 9?
for just tonight,
Or 10, there's more space.
Which one would you like?
nothing. I'll just send it to you.
That means
So right now there's
means
two
that
empty spots on 9.
they believe so
Yeah,
much
okay.
in their product. that
Where'd the
they're
8514 go?
They're willing to spend
Okay.
more to ship it to you than what it actually costs them to get it.
That is absolutely
Yep.
correct.
Okay.
So if spots are on 9, we'll take it. If not, we'll go on
That is
10.
absolutely. James, you got the noise rocking, buddy.
He's like, I'm out.
FYI, I have no controls behind the scenes right now.
I tried putting him on mute. It didn't work out for me.
I have
Oh,
no
no.
control over anything. It's a wild show.
It is a wild show.
Welcome to the jungle. Where's the ACDC?
Lefty, the theme of tonight's show is if you fail to plan, you're planning on failing.
Ooh.
And this is what happens when you don't plan an episode. You just kind of get a little bit of everything. A
No,
little bit
that's
of column
okay.
A, a little bit of column B.
That's okay. I actually wanted to kind of touch base on the whole planning thing because
Yeah.
I actually never plan. I'll be honest. I never.
Oh, you
plan.
just run skin your teeth, running gun anarchy.
Like, you know what? Here's the thing. Whether you're not using trending audios and all that jazz, you like trends still happen in the world. So you can't say on week 37 I'm going to talk about this because then all of a sudden somebody might
Sure, but I mean, planning doesn't have to be that far out. It can just be your
Right.
day.
Well, yeah, no, I
How am I going to attack this day, baby?
Oh, no, I plan my day. I
Yeah?
thought we were just talking about content because I know that there are people that make like
What in regards to content? Yeah, and in regards to content.
Yeah. So I know people that make some pretty wild calendars, and it's like I can't do that. I'm kind of like, if it comes in my head at that specific moment, that's what I want to film. That's what I want to talk about because I'm the most excited about that thing at that very moment. If I write something down and then I say, I'm going to write this down, record it 10 days from now, I'm not as excited about that thing anymore. That's
True,
personally
but
me.
I plan my content like a month in advance, for example. So if I have people who are helping me create content and we're like, okay, here's the plan for the month of December. I need 4 of those pieces of content from you. I need 2 newsletters. I need 3 of these, and I need a new funnel. Like those are the things. I guess at a certain level within your business, when you're managing other people, planning becomes essential so that everyone's on the same page. If your business is just like you taking your whole schedule all the time, then yeah, by all means, you can wing it. But when it's like, okay, I need to be able to manage these different client project launches. I'm writing a book. I'm doing all of these different things. And so I have things kind of laid out so that I can outsource a whole bunch of stuff and then go, okay, guys, they're all due on these days. Here's the calendar.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a different story. Like I have, oh my God. Like, I'm gonna actually try and speak seriously while everyone's laughing. I mean, I have my team too that I have to like delegate tasks to, right? But I still feel like it's just kind of like a wing it situation. I don't I kind of just plan for as I go, right? Like tomorrow I'm a guest speaker in Montreal for a social media event, right? And they have me coming in at the beginning for 1 hour to
Eyebrows go up and then out.
yeah.
Don't tell me my business.
No, now you have to keep that on for the rest of the show. Don't you dare wipe that off.
You have to keep adding to it throughout the rest
I
of the
was
show.
born like this.
That's awesome.
Jim's got some real Bradley Cooper vibes going on. Now,
I will say this. Can I say some things? May I speak?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Don Jarchi.
Don, you have the floor.
What happened?
I went to character for a second, but
Oh, you went into character. Okay, cool.
no. But it's seriously though. I honestly feel like, and I'll be very, very transparent about this. I think Molly and Lefty are as about as far apart on this particular topic as anybody that I know. Molly is OG 1 year of content and gets it done, and Lefty is 100%. How do I get, he's got the general framework like I was talking about, but like very much like, man, he hits me like, 3:00 on a Friday. He's like, dude, here's what we're going to do. Like boom, 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 boom. So whatever inspires him in that moment is exceptionally motivating for him. And I can actually see the power in both of those things. I really respect both of those things because when he does hit it, I'm like, well, yeah, he's right. That's pretty badass. And Molly, when I look at what she's doing, I'm like, okay, I wish I could do that. That's incredible. How does, this is how, this is obviously how the content factory operates because it's something every day, every other day, all 3-4 times a day. So there's definitely, I would say, a level of respect for both, in my opinion.
Like there's obviously things you can't run and gun, like obviously, right? Like especially when I have like a team of editors, like I need to make sure that they're like doing their jobs accordingly, right? And they're doing it in a time frame that also like works for the people that work with me. But I think it just comes down to like when it comes to just planning content. Yeah, I mean, you can, like, there's content that you can plan in advance, and there's content that you can plan after it's created. So, for example, there's like a VSL series that I'm doing right now for short form content on my Instagram page, and that's a series that is planned. That is something that is going to go up on my page. It's going to live there for a specific reason. I'm going to put it in my guide section on Instagram, and when people look at my Instagram profile, they can go immediately to the guide section and find all the 4 or 5 videos that I'm going to make in that series. But I don't think about, like me personally, I don't think about making a piece of short form content and going, oh my God, that can also be a newsletter. That's just kind of like, I made that piece of content. Yeah, I think it could be a newsletter after I've already made it. It doesn't come to me before. It comes to me.
You don't think about it that way. You go large piece of content first, then you divide it up, and then you look at how you can recombine. So it's like, it's so much easier. So you take year of content plan, right? You get a weekly theme. So one of the first weeks that Jim and I are doing, or let's just pick one of the random pillars that we talk about, or like larger topics is we do a whole 4 weeks, a whole month on internal objections in the sales process. So then we break that down. Okay, so for a week, what are we going to do? We're going to talk about false beliefs. So that's a whole week's topic. So newsletter, we have a one long form article that talks about false beliefs, which then gets chopped up. There's probably at least 4 or 5 shorts that can come out of that from different paragraphs, and like different key points within that article. Then there's parts of that article that can be repurposed into the live show. There's parts of that can then be repurposed into topics and experts we bring on for Friday Night Live, which then will translate into what happens on our new show that'll be coming up on Monday nights that we'll talk about later on. That's already in the schedule to be planned for February. And so like when you have that bird's eye view, you're like, okay, so here's the big map of what I want to accomplish. And then in the day to day, you're like, cool. So how do I repurpose that theme into what I feel like today? What's trending right now? How can I take that message and package it in a different medium depending on how you feel? You can plan it out a week in advance. You can say, oh shit, I'm going on vacation, so I need to like plan out a little mini series, bash that out. Or I can say, oh man, John and I are working on this cool project, so let's figure out how we can take something we're already doing, because we all love to document the journey. So how do I take something we're already doing and create it into other pieces of content? But it always starts big piece of content first. How do you break that up into smaller pieces onto different platforms? And then how do you look at ways to recombine those? So recombining would be like at the end of the week, you send an email to your list saying, hey, did you guys check out what happened this week? Here's the short that had the most views. Here's the topic that got the most generation. Here's the video we released. And here's the conversation we have. Here's where you can check the replay, where you're recombining what you already did. And it's just rewording in another way, reframing the exact same content you've already put out.
So you're creating. So
that is my favorite, Jim.
So you're making so you're making a calendar of themes, not the specific talking points.
And that's what I want to ask about, because I told
that's
you,
a
man,
different
I
story.
told you the factory up there. But let me ask you this question.
Actually get
both of you.
The thing. Keep talking.
Both of you.
Your eyebrows next.
When you approach, because I told you I've worked with both of you and I've seen it firsthand. I understand and I actually appreciate elements of both. But Lefty, how hard, like when you're thinking about an idea, how much scripting, how much pre-production, how much planning goes into a specific piece of content? Now I'm curious because I want to ask Molle the exact same question.
Quick shout out. We got Aaron McDonald watching, Bill Griggs, who's absolutely incredible, Jerome Lewis, absolutely incredible. Thank you guys for joining us, and Kaya, of course, Dr. Kaya, excuse me, she's earned it. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Yeah.
Coming at you with the elbow drop.
So proceed, Lefty. Go ahead.
How
much planning goes into it, like a single piece of content?
A specific piece of content, because I told you this is the fact. I told you I've seen both. I've worked with both. Now I want to get a little forensic on just a couple places that I'm actually, we'll say, struggling with myself. There's no reason why I'd ask these questions other than just because I'm curious. That's exactly right.
And are we going from complete start to complete finish?
Tell me, explain to me, because like I said, I see your stuff. I go, man, that looks so polished and beautiful. Man, I wish I could do what he could do. It's so awesome. How do you do it?
Okay, so I've already cut my time in half because so it takes me, I would say it takes me about 15 minutes, as you've already seen with the way we work together. It takes me about 15 minutes to write something. It takes me maybe another, if it's one single video, 30 seconds, maybe another 5 to 10 minutes to actually film it. In terms of the recording and editing process, editing takes about 30 minutes to an hour. That's my average time for a video. But I've eliminated that time because I keep my studio the same every single time. I keep my lighting the same every single time. So John, what I've actually done is I've built LUTs around my studio setup. So I've already, like even the LUT is set for the scale, for all that, right?
So you have technical planning in place. Technical
Yeah,
planning.
yeah. So the moment that S-Log footage, just that desaturated footage goes into Final Cut Pro, I just go boom, picture's done. Now I just have to worry about captions.
Very beautiful.
That's
All right,
good.
Molly.
That's good.
Miss
Yeah.
Molly,
Okay.
tell me about your pre-pro
paperwork.
and your production. So when you
Okay.
approach a singular piece of content, you told me I got something big. Okay, so I'm guessing it takes time, effort, energy.
Well, I'll show you the process. So
Do tell.
Almost 2 hours for me, let's say.
2 hours.
step
Okay.
one, all starts at the beginning of the year. You do your yearly planning. You figure out what matters, and then that way you know what what topics you need to talk about, what kind of underlying messages you need to get across. Then you go through and you do the year of content process. Ah, look at that. I like how my highlighting goes
She didn't
invisible.
actually cut out those pieces. Yeah, that's just.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
So I have the year of content process all laid out here. So I know week by week what points we're going through, right? So that's just the year of content process. Keep your eyes peeled to the group, my friends, because there's some big news coming out very soon with the year of content. Anyways, so year of content plan gives me I took it one step further, as I always do, and I figured out, okay, so if I cluster things together, I can realize, oh, I can actually make an opt-in. Like I can make a resource, a downloadable resource that covers that topic. Cool. Which all of those together will combine together and become its own resource unto itself, like a giant book with the course that you can create with what you come up with year of content. Okay, so now I have these topics that can become their own books, so I can create books for those. So why not attach that to my YouTube plan? So as I'm planning out my content for YouTube, why not just put the video titles that all are together in that same theme? Like, why not do that? And then now, because I have that laid out, I can then lay it out on another calendar, which is this beautiful one. So this is all of those opt-ins. So those year content themes, which come out to be, the way that we're planning it is like 1 week of not opt-in, not part of the theme. You'll have to pay attention to see what we're talking about. And then 4 weeks on theme, and then 1 week of the mystery topic, and then 4 weeks on the theme, and then et cetera, et cetera. So that's all planned out on here. And then I'm like, wait, Russell Brunson and Steve Larson told me I should plan everything out. So I looked back through all my resources that I've already created, and I'm like, oh crap, I have tons of half-finished launches that I've been writing out. Jim and I have planned out many launches, but we just didn't launch them. So this year we're going to launch them because they're on the fucking calendar. And I know this is the thing. This is the other thing that you guys need to realize of why I have become so organized and so planned out, is because Jim's my other half here, right? Jim is like Lefty. They're very much woo! Okay, so Jim admitted something to me, and I'm so glad that he did, because now we're best friends. So Jim admitted to me that he likes to have a date on the calendar to hold his ass to that flame, to hold him to that. And that's what motivates him. So I like the structure of knowing what's happening, and to have that bird's eye view. But now I can also say, Jim, it's on the calendar. Jim, do you see what date it is? Look what we're supposed to be doing. And that will help us be able to communicate and make sure we're staying on the same page, because again, it's not just me. It's all of us together. So now I have that planned out. I also in here know what emails are going out to promote what shows, because those days of the week are the same. Anyways, so now we have the big view. Then what I have is an Excel document that tracks out each of the different videos that I'm going to be talking about, because I do a video every day. In those, we have a whole nother system that plans out what shorts we're going to be doing, which we were testing it the last month, and it was working really, really well. And now we're putting in the plan based on the content that we have in the vault right now. So that'll be fun. And then when it comes to scripting, so I test different things out. Scripting idea number one is I write it out, like small sentences, It helps me think through what I want to talk about and helps me stop rambling and make sure I stay on point. These are usually scripts that I'll put up on my teleprompter, and I have a studio set up upstairs. Check my YouTube channel later this week for a behind the scenes tour on the new little mini studio. Visibility hackers.
Oh, you did a little revamp?
Oh yeah. Well, I settled in a little bit. We're having some big moving around of stuff, big renovations happening here, so there'll be some moving and shaking. So I have a whole like little studio. I can put some scripts up on the teleprompter, but then I also have scripts that I will just kind of wing it. So I have a format that I follow, and I'm like, okay, cool. So topic today is camera confidence. Let's talk about 3 different things that have to do with the topic. All right, I know my format like the back of my hand. And I've also the content machine. You want to know the content machine situation that we figured out recently? So format of my YouTube video stays the same, but now filming day has its own format every time I sit down. So I sit down, I'm like, okay, so this is the video for this. Every date has a code. So here's this code so I can file them appropriately. Let's shoot all the content for the main YouTube video. Blah, 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 blah. All right, cut. Keeping the camera rolling, because I like to keep everything in the same file. So, okay, so we shoot everything for the main YouTube video. Then I pause. I make a silly face for a thumbnail. And then I go, okay, now we're going to shoot for what I call the Facebook mini. So this is going to be the little clip that shows up on my Facebook profile, which previously was a special edit of the first little bit of my video. I'm going to stop doing that now. And it now is just going to be, hey guys, I just finished shooting the latest video in blah, 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 blah. Go check it out. Link is down in the description. Now I pause again, give it some time so I can chop it out in the edit, and I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm going to shoot my YouTube short or my reel or whatever, and I'll talk about the exact same topic, just a little bit shorter. Yeah. That's
so how long does it take you to make one piece of content, which was John's question?
So
like 5 minutes flat. 5 minutes
core
flat.
content.
50 million at the same
So
time.
I can do a month of videos. So if I do 5 videos a day, so 20 videos a month, or 5 videos a week, 20 videos a month, which includes the core video, the designated YouTube short, the edited, repurposed short from the main video, and the Facebook promo video. And edit them for a 10-minute video would take me 3 minutes to 5 minutes to script. If it's a 10-minute video, it might take me 14 minutes, maybe 15 minutes to shoot. And then maybe 15 minutes to edit. And then the longest time is uploading it to YouTube. But I have a VA, so I don't even do that.
What I love about this and seeing myself now is disturbing. What I love, I just saw myself.
Yeah, you've been watching the whole time, man.
Yeah, we would look at you all.
So,
I can't keep my eyes off of what's going on right now.
you know what's going to be funny is that's not even an eyebrow pen. It's just a Sharpie. And this is just going to be me for a couple days. That's going to be a thing. I can just feel it because that's my luck. But, and for those of you that don't know, rewatch this so you can find out about all of this stuff right here. Okay. So if you don't know what this is, rewatch the beginning. That's our hook for you. You're welcome. But what I love about this is like Lucy, loose and fast and loose. Let's rock it. Let's get it. That kind of thing. And then Molly is like structure. I need my structure because in that you find your confidence in that. You find comfortability in that. And you're able to then, plan really long term. To be perfectly honest, you can plan as far out as you can allocate. So it just depends on what your priorities are, right? And so
I've also found
John is actually kind of a blend. John's actually kind of a blend of those things. Me, I live and die by my calendar. Live and die by my calendar, period. If it's not in my calendar, it might as well not exist. because it just won't happen. It just won't happen.
I'll
plan other things to happen in that place, and I'll fill those gaps like that. That's just the way I operate.
I do need to do that more. I do.
I found myself strangely attracted to Molle saying, like, damn, I can do it once and get like 50,000 fucking things. Like, wow, 1 for 3 hour session, I got a whole month's worth of stuff. Wow, that is the power of organization up in your grill. Look at that.
Yep.
Wow.
And the other cool thing about
right
planning in advance is if you want to if you want to do joint ventures with anyone, yeah, you can't fly by the seat of your pants. You have to plan that out. You have to network with people. I know working with Catherine Jones, for example, like you want to get on her books. She only opens her phone book like twice a year. And it's because she's looking for people to slot into her calendar to make sure that it fulfills on the needs of her business. Same thing for us is like, okay, well, I don't want to give away too much, but like there is a reason that we need to have this structure to know what we're talking about every week, because maybe we need to bring on guests for something important and get their opinions on action steps and blah, blah, blah. Stay tuned because it's literally in the launch. Look, guys, look, this month, all of these orange things are Fridays, but then there's orange things on Mondays. Just saying.
And a bunch of holes. Looks like hanging chads.
Theme.
Well,
You voted for Fetterman.
my new venture this week was building custom soundproof panels because
Yeah, we talked about that. So you bought some? You made some?
hold on.
Oh, he's got the finger.
It's a
quick
show and
shout
tell.
out to Kaya. Kaya says yes, meal prep content.
Meal prep.
She really liked that. She really liked that.
That's what it
You
is.
see
That's
this?
meal prep. It's
I like
kinda
that.
Yeah, man, what do you got there? What is this? This is
Ooh, look at
soundboard.
you.
I made this.
What?
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
2 seconds later, falls apart.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Fabric that I'm going to cover.
What is this? The bottom part.
This is fabric. This is
Okay.
1 by 1 piece of wood that is cut 2 feet by 4 feet. That I'm
Excellent.
gonna mount to the ceiling.
And what is it? What is the backing behind the fabric?
It's a piece of plywood.
So using the plywood is the sound deadening material.
No, I
Fabric
got,
is-
so I got these. No, I'll do the black part. It's the foam. This is the foam that I.
Boom! That's what I missed. I missed the foam part.
So I got the foam panels from Amazon. Initially had them up by themselves. I was like, these are ugly as fuck. I was like, I cannot have these in my video or anywhere because it just looks like you said it, hot garbage. Okay. So I said to myself, how can I make my studio look bomb.com and not break the bank? So
Mhm.
I initially went to Long and McQuaid. For those that you don't know, Long and McQuaid, it is a music audio store. Okay. And they sell stuff like instruments, they sell DJ equipment, microphones, like all that jazz. And of course, you can purchase soundproof panels, right? High-end ones for studios. So buddy goes over there, types it in. I'm like, hey man, how much can I get those soundproof panels for? Oh, well, I see you can get like 6 for $9.98. And no, that's not $9.98. Okay, that's $1,000 for 6 panels. And I go,
Ooh.
slow down there, buddy. Hold on. We got to talk about this for a sec. So I ended up going on YouTube later on that night, and I started watching certain builds. What the?
She's like the predator during your story, man. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways,
She's got her mirror shield on.
so long story short, I watch a couple videos on YouTube, and I go, this can't be that bad. Obviously, the people that I'm watching it with are like legit, carpenters and stuff like that, right? But I was like, okay, I've built stuff before. I've never built a soundproof panel, but I mean, how hard can it be? Let's buy the material for one. If it absolutely tanks, I'm just know that I'm not going to do it again. And guess what? I'm $1,000 poorer. Okay. So, anywho, I decided to go to Home Depot, and I the biggest thing for me was, oh my God, they cut the wood for you. I don't have
Yeah. Do they do the 45 cut where you're at? They won't do the 45 cut by me.
Yeah.
They'll cut it.
You're
They'll
only-
chop cut it, but they won't
They'll-
angle cut it.
No,
yeah, they
don't-
won't
no, no,
angle
no, they
cut
don't
it, and you
angle.
only get 2 cuts per piece of wood.
And I
Yeah.
tell you, if you ever used a miter jig, which is the handsaw, not for me.
No, but
Not for me.
it's fine. I mean, so
Not a
I
fan.
get the piece of wood. I get the 1x1s, and I start 6 o'clock in the morning yesterday. Go to my backyard. It's beautiful. Start drilling things in, making
Yeah,
it
you
all
live in
nice.
the country, right?
Absolutely, I do. We're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
get
okay.
snow on Sunday. Yes. So I happened to accidentally crack one of the pieces because my nail gun decided to just do one of these on me and just went a little too far in. But nonetheless, it's
Do you still have all your fingers, Lefty?
You still there?
That's a win, dude. That's a win.
So far everything is holding up together. It's fine. It's good. And I'm probably going to build another 6 of those bad boys because when I initially bought those panels, a friend of mine was also getting rid of theirs. So I have like almost 100 panels that I could use to build these things with.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I am just going to floodgate it all the way down my basement. And
You heard it here first. Lefty's going into the sound panel game.
What's
You
that
want
called, man? It's like a-
custom-made soundproof panels for your beautiful YouTube studio. It's just going to cost you $9.98 for 6 panels.
It's a deal. It's a deal.
I'll give you a whole $3 off and a slight crack. It'll be like a deprivation chamber made for my backyard, y'all.
Aaron says my mustache needs some fertilizer.
But guys, I do have to get going because I am going to Montreal tomorrow. 'Cause that social media event that I'm doing a Q&A at is in the morning. So
Best of luck, brother. Good luck. Travel safe.
Bye, Lefty.
Thank you. Everybody who's watching, see you later. Have a good night, and I'll catch you on the next Friday Night Live.
Peace.
It's growing. It's growing.
You're becoming like more like swashbucklish every time you do that. Like the first
It's making me wish that I had an in between gray hair and brown hair stage, but I didn't.
You look
It grew in
like,
and it was like white.
you look like Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Technically Bob a little bit, yeah.
Long
Aaron
mustache.
said it needed some fertilizer. I'm just trying to make the audience
rap.
happy. I'm trying to give you what you want. Okay?
We've turned into that kind of a show, eh?
Trying to give the people what they want.
When I said we were going to engage with the comment section, I didn't know we were going to get into that kind of engaging.
Well, I guess we need some ground rules.
Well, it's the perfect idea to perfect way to kick off Movember. Do you guys do Movember?
I am going to literally not shave until October.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. Told you I didn't recognize the guy. He doesn't shave all the time. And then one day he shaves.
I
I'm like, "Who are
trim
you?"
so that way women don't clutch their children when I walk by. But it's really just cleaning it up, you know.
But do you guys have Movember in the States?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
got that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is it not like the biggest thing right now? Everyone's doing it
It was a
here.
big deal back in the day, but now I'm kind of
It
like,
was more. Yeah, he's right. Like back in the day, it was more of a thing. Which it was a Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That was a Dane Cook reference for those of you guys.
Oh,
Back
in
when
the
Dane
day it was
Cook
a Wednesday.
wasn't
Yeah, I
an
remember
ass
that one.
hat. Yeah, back when he wasn't an ass hat. But
Was that ever?
He coined Karen. It was pretty awesome.
he did. Did he do it? Wait,
You sure
maybe.
did.
Yeah.
Karen
Yeah.
is a bag of douche.
A bag of douche. That's the thing.
Dane Cook was
Awesome.
hilarious in his heyday. He was hilarious.
He had his minute. He had his minute. Shout out to his minute.
It was 12:31.
Oh my god. Guys, I think it's time to wrap it up. If this is where the show is gone, I think that's the universe's sign that
Hey, whoa,
gonna go to bed.
wait just a second. You're saying
hold on.
you're saying
Hold on.
that this is where we've gone off the rails?
Yeah, we started where we.
This is it. This is the moment where things went wildly. I'm gonna call this the F-bomb show because this is the most F-bombs we've ever had in the show.
It was pretty bad.
Which episode was that? Oh, that was the F-bomb episode.
You
And
lack
the
discipline.
stash
discipline.
F-bomb show.
You lack discipline.
But hey,
This is what happens when you don't plan out your shows, people.
Well,
Whether
the
you
problem
think
was we had a plan,
It's
We
either
had it.
magic or mayhem. I
and
don't know.
we let Squirrel.
We took that plan, we made it into a
Although-
paper airplane, and we threw it out the window.
I will say
The
that-
wall, the Waldo.
The Waldo.
Daniel that's looking good. It's funny.
I'll give it to you though. No, seriously though. I thought. Okay. In summary. In conclusion.
It was my stash after all, Jim. Yours was fine.
His looks.
Good try.
I don't know why I was grabbing for it with my mouth, but yeah, cool.
And that's it for us tonight, everybody. We love you guys so much. From everyone here at Friday Night Live Studios, which is a thing, a place.
Friday Night Live Studios coming to
yeah.
you live.
Right. We love you guys. And we'll see you guys on this much less Dojer. Molly, will you close us out?
So, from Jim and John Churchy and I, it's been great. Thanks for joining us for the F-Bomb Show.